We've run out of tunes. Dave Chisnall taking on Andrew Gilding. This is seed number 5 against seed number 28. Two players who are very familiar with each other's games because this will be the 16th meeting. Probably the most significant came in the final of the Belgian Darts Open a couple of years ago. Chisnall won that game 8-6. That was around the time that Gilding started to really go through the gears, the precursor to his UK Open victory in this very venue in 2023. Penny for Dave Chisnall's thoughts right now, because over the last couple of months, he's watched Mike De Decker win a major, he's watched Richie Edhouse win one, he's seen Martin Lukeman get to a final, and yet one of the most talented players this sport has ever seen is still coming up dry on the big stage. It was a good solid win against Joe Cullen yesterday, 6-1 for Chiz. And they'll be hoping for something similar against the ever unflappable Andrew Gilding. He opened things up on stage 2 yesterday, and not really too much you can analyse from his game with Kevin Dukes. He was simply better than the Dutchman. Always a tricky player to play against. And he has shown some signs over recent months that he's getting back to his best. He's very capable of a 100 teens average performance. We've seen that a couple of times on the Pro Tour. Tough one to call, but again, you go back to Chisnall's A game. If he brings that, he wins, because he is an incredible player, as you well know, Paul, because he was once your practice partner.
Indeed, and he's been that good for a very long time. We're talking about 15 years now. He's a veteran. When you've played for that length of time, you're going to have ups and downs.
36.
It hasn't been a great couple of months for Dave. Yesterday was much better. 96 average, that'll make him feel a little bit better. Something to work with.
100.
I do think Chisnall's staying power and longevity sometimes gets overlooked, because from the original Q School in 2011, Chisnall's the only man who has been here every year since.
49.
Say no more. You don't need any more proof than that, really, for staying power. But just going back to what you were saying about Gilding at that Belgian Darts Open in 2022, making the final there was big for him, because that may have been the precursor to something that happened after it. However, if you look at what Chisnall's done since then, he's had his best period on the Pro Tour. Winning on the floor in a serial manner, winning on the European Tour in a serial manner as well, not only in 2022, but multiple times in 2023 and 2024. It has been a brilliant couple of years for Dave.
117.
But there is still something missing.
And every time you see him interviewed, he talks about the desire, the lust
83.
for a first major
and
title.
You require 84.
Andrew has the better start here. And that is a wonderful dart.
Yes,
just a wonderful start indeed. 84 out and 2, 1-0.
Second leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
I have a philosophy that Chisnall is one of the greats of our time. But if he wants a title like this,
44.
something has to be different. Because what he's done over the last 15 years hasn't got it done. If he keeps doing the same things season in, season out, yes, he'll continue to win Euro Tours and Players' Championship events.
60.
But what is needed to go that extra mile to win something like this, or something grand in Leicester, London, Wolverhampton, that kind of thing? Something has to change.
140.
I think he's got to find a bit of a mean streak. Even just for a few days. That might be enough for him to just grasp something that has been dangling in front of him for about a decade.
100.
Probably got to agree, because Chisnall is one of the good guys of darts. Very amiable, very friendly. He'll talk to anyone in the practice room.
He will. That's one of the reasons why we love him so much. But the fact is, on the dartboard, you have to be a mean machine. This game has got possibilities.
140.
It's only best of 11. But it could be very, very close. And it's a mark of how good the field is that this is on stage 2.
Yeah, there are always one or two eyebrow-raising selections, and to be honest, we spoke about Premier League selection yesterday. Just picking games for each stage is difficult with the amount of quality through darts.
54.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not my job. How many times yesterday did we see missed singles?
Gash on the second
But he
leg,
recovers.
Dave.
Right in the corner,
Third leg, Andrew
1-1.
first. Game on.
All is well for now, and all is very much well for someone else in yellow. That is Scott Williams. He's beaten Kim Huybrechts on the main stage by 6 legs to 4, and he will be involved in tonight's last 16.
Just going back to the Premier League, we were conversing yesterday about players who we think might get selected. It's very conceivable that Chisnall ends the year in the top 4 without winning a major, and that would yield automatic selection.
It's possible. But if Luke Littler makes the quarterfinals of this tournament
140.
and nobody behind him has a massive run, it's Littler who's going to be in the top 4. It could be another one of those end-of-season scrambles to get into that field, and Dave is at the forefront of that scramble. But I think if he's going to make it to that field for next year, he's got to be in prime condition for the next 6 to 8 weeks. If he's not, he does run the risk of not being on that list once again.
Would be a hugely popular win if Chisnall was to win.
130.
Not just this, but Alexandra Palace. I think everyone in darts would be delighted for him. Sensible play from Gilding. That leaves tops.
110.
Tends to be where he does most of his damage.
One great dart and 2 really wild ones there from Dave. Can Andrew expose the weaknesses?
Gash on a third leg.
Because so far he's
Andrew
finishing beautifully.
Fourth leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
What's to say that Andrew doesn't go on to win this title? And if he does, what happens to him?
180.
I don't hear anybody talking about the possibility of Gilding winning this tournament, getting the Minehead double, and then all of a sudden, he would go to the top 10.
140.
If Goldfinger's in the top 10, what happens then?
What happens if Dave Chisnall...
140.
Well, that eliminates that possibility.
Just heard your disappointment. What happens? Oh. You'll have to keep dreaming, Dan. We might get a 9-darter by the end of the day, but if we don't,
100.
we'll have to hope that something happens on the main stage tomorrow.
Lots of options.
134.
Well, he doesn't get the outer ball that he wanted, but it's still a very, very good leg. 47 after 9 darts.
Which double is he going to choose?
57. David require 47.
You would bank on the fact that he's looking at the top of the board to finish the leg.
Seven.
See what he was trying to do there? Just trying to caress the barrel and sneak it underneath. One of the problems with the way that Dave throws the dart is that he can easily hit the marker and it can slide off.
180.
There's the proper thumbs up from Gilding. We saw him go a bit rogue yesterday and raise his right hand. Thumbs down though for Gilding because Chisnall has levelled the game up.
Game on.
How about this bit of ridiculous insight into the world rankings, Dan.
99.
Chisnall has won, was it 6 European Tour events over the last couple of years? He's won other tournaments as well. He's back in the top 10.
93.
It's been a great couple of years for him. He's very comfortably inside the top 10 of the world rankings. And Luke Littler is ahead of him in 11 months.
66.
What words can I find?
There are none. There are none. The only guarantee we have in darts right
59.
now when it comes to rankings is that Luke Humphries is going to be world #1 at the end of the World Championship. That's it. That's the only guarantee we have.
97.
For tipsters, this sport has been a complete minefield, using your word from earlier, over the last 6 months. It's been almost impossible to predict.
60.
Well, one thing we do know when it comes to draw bracket order is who plays who if they win.
79.
The winner of this game will take on either Ross Smith, who was excellent last night against Dimitri Vandenberg, or Wesley Plazier, who was pretty good on this board after a scrap with Mensah Sunovic.
And you require 106.
Wesley, a player who's got designs of ending the year in the top 64, so he keeps all his ranking money. 140 would be nice.
100.
It's not bad. We know Gilding loves tops, so he won't be fazed by the prospect of a 60 checkout.
I like the switch.
137.
If he gets the single 19, he leaves something very gettable, but 92 is a little bit better, if indeed he does get a shot. Double 10.
Games on the 5th leg.
And when Gilding is finishing like this, you can't leave him on numbers like 60.
Game on.
That point that you just made about Plazier, by the way, really fascinating. Because if he doesn't get into the top 64 by the end of the world, his race to the world match play is scrubbed.
Likewise, Connor Scott.
Correct.
140.
That's why, if you're in Dave's shoes right now, comfortably inside that top 10 in the world, you're not thinking about anything else apart from winning this match and getting to the next round.
96.
Speak to anybody who's been in this position, and it's the best position to be in. You're not worried about money. You're not worried about rankings. You're only thinking about winning a match.
140.
Well, a great way to accumulate all the ranking money is to play in every tournament, and that's what Dave's done this year. One of few players to have been in everything, every Euro Tour, all the Pro Tours, all the majors.
55.
I would walk up to Chizzy right now and ask him the question, are you going to play in every tournament next year? And if he was to say yes to me, I'd say, change your mind. It's a bad idea.
95.
Pick and
David
choose.
Acquire
Maybe play in
170.
26 players championships. Play in all of the Euros, absolutely. But picking and choosing next year is going to come into play,
96.
whether people want to or not.
And you require 126.
Expanded calendar for 2025, another Euro Tour, and 4 more Players' Championships. Some of them taking part in Rosmarlen for the first time. As Gilding looks for the bullseye for a break of throw.
101.
Had to give it an extra
David
glance then.
74.
Maybe from his angle, he thought he'd hit that. Chisnall might hit this.
66.
Oh no. Now
Andrew,
Gilding
you
can stretch the
require
lead.
25.
Does tend to go 1 double 12 when left with 25.
1.
Doesn't work out for him.
Debut require 8.
You can sense the tension on the stage at Reds. That's a bad dart, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yes, on the 6th leg, David.
Sigh of relief
7th leg, Andrew to throw
for the man
first.
who always wears a shade of yellow. Interesting that Andrew does leave double 12 on a 25 checkout.
140.
Because over the last couple of years, I've cast an eagle eye on how good he is at certain doubles. Tops and 10s, really good. But he has had quite a few games where double 12 has been suspect.
43.
Does like the top of the board for his doubles. He's another tall player, so it makes sense.
140.
I think that's a common theme. If you are tall, you tend to like the top of the board.
96.
Mind you, a player who we're going to be seeing later, Connor Scott, one of the shortest on tour, and he tends to go for tops, so he's blown that theory out of the water.
Robert Thornton, one of the best top shooters that this sport's ever seen. He was always about double top.
41.
Yeah, Ryan Searle's not particularly tall.
Ryan Searle's not particularly in this tournament anymore, which I'm sure doesn't sit well with him. His Ali Pali preparations will start on Monday morning.
We'll be seeing his conqueror in the next game. Sweden takes on France. Jeffrey de Graaf against Thibaut Tricol.
It's a battle of debutants of sort. Because Thibaut's on debut, Jeffrey's on debut for Sweden.
96.
Funny how
Andrew, you require
that's
40.
happened that way. Funny that Andrew's on tops again. It's no joke, and it's no accident.
Game shot 7th leg.
He never really has a
Andrew
problem
Gill.
on that double. He
8th
knows
leg,
exactly where it
Dave
is.
to throw first. Game on.
Any chance of break of throw in this match?
140.
If we don't get one, Chisnall loses.
From the 7 legs we've seen, it's not likely. There's only been one leg where both players have had darts at double.
60.
If Andrew keeps doing what he's doing, which is holding his throw, do what you need to do on your own throw, and you win the game.
Not the
120.
end of the world, Dave. I know you wanted the maximum, but this lead that you have, over 200 points, it's very handy. I'll tell you what else is handy as well. The fact that Niels
140.
Zonneveld has just beaten Nathan Aspinall. Aspinall might not win a tournament the entire season.
100.
The only one left is the Worlds.
Maybe saving his best for last.
He hasn't played poorly in that game. He's averaged nearly 96. Zonneveld over 97.
43.
His doubles were 6 from
Maybe
11. That's an
136.
excellent performance on the main stage from Zigzag.
The surprises continue. Single 19.
96.
Another leg on throw where the opponent isn't particularly close. And that, one of the most wayward darts that Andrew Gilding's thrown. It's a beautiful correction.
85.
Can't leave a
David
finish
require
himself.
40.
No pressure on Chisnall.
Game shot on the 8th
This
leg.
one's going the
David.
distance. You just know it.
9th leg, Andrew to throw first.
It may just be a question of whether Chisnall can actually get a chance.
Still looks completely calm, completely at ease, Andrew Gilding. We spoke earlier about Chiz being incredibly friendly. He'll talk to anyone in the practice room. Gilding's on the other end of the scale where he's a bit of a loner on the practice board. He puts his big headphones on, and just does what he needs to do to prepare. All players have got their own preferred methods, and that's Gilding's. He just goes up, puts his music on. Because we were briefly in the players' room, and he was just practicing double 11 when I was watching him for about 30 seconds, which it could come into play.
You've got to do what works. If he wants to be on his own in the corner,
125.
listening to his own stuff, doing his thing, fair play to him. He's figured out something that he wants to do. He doesn't have to bow to any pressure of practicing with other people, spending time with other people. He's here to work. He's here to win. What is it Bob Sugar said? This is not show friends, this is show business. And that's exactly how Andrew approaches it.
Andrew, you require 121.
Doesn't need to go 11 or treble. May have been a bit awkward had he found the bullseye. He missed his double 18.
I'm not fully on board with 25 in that spot, because you could find yourself cornered on a small double, particularly if you hit the bullseye going for the 25.
59.
This way,
Andrew, you require 18.
he's still on an odd number double. Doesn't make any difference, and he leads yet again.
For
the fifth time.
First. Game on.
A lot of players in that position would opt to go for the bullseye first. We see Stephen Bunting use that even when his opponent's on
95.
a makeable finish, because he's confident enough of at least hitting the 25.
Well, let me ask you this question, Dan. If you're in Andrew's very large army-style shoes, he's hit the 60 and he's got 61 left.
57.
With Dave all the way back. Why isn't he going for treble 7? He loves tops. Go for treble 7. You don't get it. You hit a big 14. You got 3 dots at tops. That makes much more sense than what he did. It didn't harm him whatsoever, but there will be a time in his future where it could. This is one of those moments where you might want to start on 19s, but if you didn't, I wouldn't blame you.
82.
Recovery from Dave Chisnall.
He's going to have some company.
83.
Maybe a little bit further behind him, but if Chisnall slips up once or twice here, Gilding will be waiting. This is where the patch needs to be purple for Chisnall.
83.
He can't afford darts like that. Darts like that could cost him a place in the next round.
Is Gilding going to apply pressure? Not seen too much of that in this game.
91.
It's mostly been 9 very
141.
comfortable holds of throw.
If you offered Andrew one very uncomfortable hold of throw from here,
85.
he would have your arm
Andrew, you
off.
require 107.
But he would like to get it done in 10 in somewhat golden style. All that glitters could be gold.
123.
Oh, that's the first match start that's gone.
Dave, you require 56.
It's survival time. Even that's a bit wide. How's this one? It's good enough.
Dave Chisnall. 11th and final leg is Andrew to throw first.
If this is a wrestling match, Dan, you'd have to call it all holds barred, because we've seen nothing but holds of throw. But somebody at some point has to break.
100.
Apart from Andrew Gilding. 2 words going through his mind right now. Hold on. That's it.
43.
Bad start for Chizzy.
This is bad news for Chizzy.
96.
This is old school stuff from Gilding. 1 treble per visit in the first 2. And already Chisnall needs a lot more.
121.
Another wild one. And we did say it. Darts like that could cost him the match.
$83.
No interest from Gilding in starting on the 18s, as we briefly touched on earlier.
$134.
That's a little bit better, isn't it? It is a lead. It's very slender. Now he goes to the 18s. He can't stay there.
58.
Is it now advantage Chisnall? For maybe the first time in the match.
Now it is. Definitely.
120, yep.
Treble 17 would be the shot.
137.
That's good enough.
And we require 164.
We're about to find out if it is. It's good enough to get a chance to win the match. And if Gilding loses this game,
Davey requires 66.
it won't be for the lack of trying. He's left himself on double 18 to win. He's already missed a 170 on the bull to win at 6-4. Can Chisnall finish the job, getting his only chance potentially in this entire contest?
How many times have we seen that? Dave Chisnall cannot believe what he's done.
36.
Taking those big numbers for granted should never be the case. And up steps Andrew Gilding.
Game shot.
Gets the match. Double 18. And Dave Chisnall